Fasting leads to taqwa if it's done right. And there are 3 different levels of fasting. SubhanAllah, all of us, inshaAllah, we will establish the first level of fasting. All of us, we will begin by fasting from food, from drink. For those of us married, from lustful intentions and leanings to our spouse. We will disconnect. While the sun is up, we're separate from one another. We don't enjoy each other conjugally. And that in itself is difficult. Alhamdulillah, in Perth, we're blessed. You know, I think it's something like 10 or 11 hours of fasting. I was teasing some of my friends, you know, who are, you know, in those northern countries. Ya Allah, protect them. 16 hours, 40 minutes in Toronto, right? And some of the hottest temperatures that have been recorded, you know, since people started beginning records, have been seen, like in Egypt and these countries where they're fasting 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 hours. Norway are fasting 20 hours. Allah be with them, Ya Rabb. Abstinence, you know, that's tough. The second level of fasting is the fasting of the limbs. Is that where your eyes are lowered, your tongue is guarded, your hearing is protected, your habits change. You know, some of the things that we do that we know we shouldn't do, you begin to guard yourself from them a little bit. Perhaps, you know, I was listening to this kind of, sometimes there's some vulgar music that I'm going to cut that out in Ramadan. Perhaps, you know, it's a person who used to indulge in watching, you know, certain shows or certain movies or things that they know they shouldn't view. They come in the month of Ramadan because it's a month of blessing, because it's a month you can overcome yourself, you restrict yourself, you go that little bit further. I'm not just going to eat, I'm not going to just stop eating and drinking, no, I'm going to do better. The one who wasn't able to wake up for Fajr, 5:30 in the morning, oh no, I'm going to wake up because I need to eat as well. Right? There's an added incentive, mashallah. Alhamdulillah, no problem, right? The one who doesn't normally go to the masjid, his foot doesn't carry him to the mosque as often. All of a sudden, men and women, they say, no, I want to go, I want to hear the Quran. I want to hear it. I want to hear what it sounds like. I want to hear the whole Quran from beginning to end. I'm going to go, I'm going to be with the Imam from the beginning to the end. Because the Prophet ﷺ said, the one who stands with the Imam, from the moment he stands until he ends at the night, is written for him what the Imam recited. I want to be like that man. I want that blessing. So your limbs begin to humble to Allah. Now the third level of fasting, may Allah allow us to grow in that maturity, is that our heart fasts. And that's where we talk about love. Is that all of a sudden, the fasting is not out of duty. And the obedience to God is not out of compulsion. And it's not because everyone around me does it. You know, we're a Muslim family or we're the MSA or whatever it is. But the Lord of all that exists, who has provided for me for 11 months in the year, has asked me to consider the needs of others and feel the pain of others and share in the journey of others. And has asked me for little. And out of love and out of humility, I'm going to bow down to the one who created me and fashioned me. And therefore love for Allah and for His creation takes root and exists in that heart.